What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, bro. Before we get going on our video, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, share the video, turn on your notifications, and go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. If you got a breakdown or a prediction you want me to do, knockoutboxing86 at yahoo.com is the email address. And don't forget about our live shows. I'm live every Wednesday and Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Also live every Sunday morning with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. But let's get it popping. Let's get into today's video. And today, Keith Thurman, one time, he back. And he popping this shit. He was talking this shit on the interview that he did with Brian Custer during the Omar Figueroa. There we go. During the Omar Figueroa versus Sergey Lipinets fight this weekend. And Keith one time Thurman basically said, look, to all the young bucks, to the Jerron Ennises and the Stanley Onuses and all that, I ain't no gatekeeper. I ain't no gatekeeper. And he's still calling for the smoke with the top of the division. He wants Terrence Bud Crawford. He wants Earl Spence. He's trying to get big fights. And you got some people, Earl Spence, was talking about what Keith had on, because Keith had on, I don't know if y'all remember, bro. Some of y'all might be too young to remember this, but the tall tees, we used to rock tall tees back in the day here in Dallas. A tall t-shirt, and some people used to keep the tall tee sticker on. It's a real long, big t-shirt. It's like, bro, it's big, it's baggy as hell. Looking back, I don't know why we wore that shit. I don't know. But everybody go through their phase or whatever. But anyway, Keith had one of them on. And Earl Spence was going in on talking about where you get that tea from. And then Jerron Boots in it, was laughing at him via Twitter, via social media. And this is twofold, right? So I did a video before I went on vacation talking about how Earl Spence needs to fight Keith Thurman. How eventually he needs to fight him. Obviously, we want Earl Spence versus Terrence Bud Crawford first. That's for undisputed. That's the only fight in the welterweight division that I want to see right now. For those two fighters, I don't want to put Keith over either one of them in terms of the priority of fights I want to see. But I was making the point that just because Keith didn't give Earl his shot, that's no reason for Earl not to fight Keith Thurman, because at the end of the day, just like Keith should have fought him, he should fight Keith because it's a good fight. Keith is one of the best welterweights of the past 10 or 15 years, and at the end of the day, boxing needs to turn back into a sport, not a whole, I'm not going to fight you because you wouldn't fight me. Like, you can't choose who to compete against in any other sport. You got to compete against who the best out there is. And for whatever you want to say about Keith Thurman, he is still one of the best welterweights in the world. So that's why I believe Earl should fight Keith. But in this video, that's twofold, right? Because there are things that Keith has to do as well. Like, Keith doesn't just get to skip Emontis Stanionis in my mind. He doesn't just get to skip Jerron Boots in my mind. Now, those that will argue for Keith will be like, nah, bro, he a former unified champion. He's more proven. So I have no issue with him skipping the line. He should get the shot at Bud. He should get the shot at Earl. He should be able to fight both of them before any of these young guys. I don't see it that way, bro. I don't care what you did in 2014, 2015. Like, just because you was the man 7 years ago, don't mean that you just get to come back and offer one fight against a 140-pounder who just got knocked out by a guy that was fighting as low as 130 pounds, beating that guy and not being able to stop him. Although you were dominant, although you won the fight, you were hurt again to the body in that fight. Not being able to stop him and not putting on the performance that people, thought you should have put on for the most part, that don't make you get to jump the line of guys that's been putting in more work than you in this division while you've been taking 3.5 years out the ring, bro. Like, you don't get to skip. So, although Earl should fight Keith Thurman should put himself in position to where it's undeniable, where Earl or Terrence, where they're going to have to see him or vacate. Just like David Benavidez, Jamal Charlo, Demetrius Andrade. Yes, Canelo should have fought them. But those guys need to do things to put themselves in position to where Canelo can't do nothing but fight them. That's making yourself mandatory, making it to where he got to fight you or move up, fight you or drop the belt, whatever the case may be. That's what guys have to do. And so if you Keith Thurman, I understand you calling for Earl. You want Terrence. You talking about you telling them young guns you ain't the gatekeeper. The gate is welded and closed shut. Alright, well you gonna have to show them. Make yourself the IBF mandatory by taking on and defeating Jerome Boots-Ennis. Yeah. Make yourself the WBA mandatory by taking on and beating somebody like Amonte Stanionis. Fight Urdinas Ugas and beat his ass worse than Earl did if you can do it. Do some things to get your name back ringing in these welterweight streets. Or if you playing the long game and you know that eventually Earl or Bud is gonna move up, you move up first. While they fighting each other, you move up to 154. Take on and defeat a Sebastian Fundora and beat his ass if you can beat his ass and become the WBC mandatory. Yeah, there are things that Keith Thurman should do in order to make those fights a realistic possibility, because fighting once every 2.5, 3 years, beating a guy that had never fought at welterweight, that's not going to get fans to call for the fight, bro. That's not going to get them to call for the fight. And I said this earlier when I was talking with my homie, Everything Boxing, bro. People act like one side can only be right or can only be true. Like, two things can be true. Truth number one, yes, for the sake of boxing being a sport, guys like Devin Haney, guys like Errol Spence should fight Lomachenko. Devin Haney should fight Lomachenko. He shouldn't hold on to pride and not fight Loma because he didn't get his shot 1.5 years, 2 years ago. That fight should happen because it's a great fight. And just because of how the fight is coming together, as a fight fan, I don't care. It's a good fight. And it'll prove something for both fighters, whoever can win that fight. Just like I wanted Earl and Keith back in the day, I want it now. I would love that fight now. So those things can be true. Yes, champions who weren't given their shot by champions at the time shouldn't just forget about the champions that didn't get them the shot and then decide, oh, I ain't got to fight you. You ain't give me a shot. I ain't give you a shot. That's that same nanny, boo-boo, ha. That's the same type of shit that we can't stand for on this channel, bro. If Keith is in position, Earl should fight him. If Lomachenko is in position, Devin Haney should fight him. Now, that doesn't absolve Keith Thurman of any responsibility. That's not saying that because Earl should, that Keith just get to sit around and wait. Nah, do something to get that shot. Do something to where it's undeniable. And those three things, they're all PBC fights. They would all show that you really want to climb your way back up and be the best again, and that you're not just after the money. Because based off of fighting Mario Barrios, 140-pounder, not stopping him, still getting hurt to the body, if you keep Thurman and you willing to go directly in there with Earl and wait on him to fight Bud, or you willing to go in there directly with Bud and wait on him to fight Earl, if that's what you're waiting to do, that'll just show me that you're really just trying to get a money grab. But if you want people to take you serious, like you trying to be champion again, like you really trying to like still fight for your legacy and potentially, hopefully, in your eyes, get in the Hall of Fame one day, if that's what you're trying to get people to believe you're going for, then you got to start knocking chess pieces off the board, bro. You got to start knocking chess pieces off the board, because Barrios was never a factor at 147 pounds. He was coming off of a knockout loss already. Boots-Ennis is a factor. Yeah. Virgil Ortiz is a factor. Amonte Stanionis is a factor. Yeah. Conor Benn is a factor. You want to get back, you know what I'm saying, to being one time. You want to get back in position, you got to beat one of those guys, bro. And the realistic ones are Stanionis or Boots-Ennis at 147. Or moving up and beating Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford to the punch and putting your position in to fight for a title at 154 pounds. And that will be by going the route of fighting Sebastian Fundora potentially at 154 to put yourself in position. Those are the only routes to really kind of walk down on Earl, walk down on Bud, and prove that not only do you want the fight, you there to fight and win, and you not there just to get a bag, bro. But that's all I got, man. Let me know what y'all think of Keith Thurman, man. What should he do? He calling for the big names. He telling the young guns he ain't no gatekeeper. What should he do, man? I maintain he should fight one of them young guns. He should fight a Stanionis or a Boots or a Fundora while Bud and Earl are fighting each other. Prove that you really trying to get back in play, because, again, bro, Barrios ain't going to do it for you. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment down below, smash the like, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications, go follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. Live show Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Live show Thursday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And you can also catch me live with the singing OG, KQKC Boxing Network, Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I appreciate y'all watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace out, y'all.